Hey there everyone, it's Thakard and welcome back to another guide for Survival Fountain of Youth. Today we're going to do a video all about your storage options. We will be covering general storage options, water storage options, and lastly, storage options for when you are gathering. The very first storage option that you can create in the game is very simple, yet simple to create. It is called the box made of branches. It is just a small box that can only contain 40 weight units, so it's not very big, but it only requires 4 small sticks, which makes it very easy to build. Up next, we have the protected box. Now, the protected box is the same size as the small box of sticks, so it can only hold 40 weight units. The difference is it is made out of these leaves, which provides it some insulation. And that means that it doubles the amount of time it takes for food to spoil. To get this box created, you will need those 4 initial sticks, and then you are going to need 3 wide leaves and 1 liana rope. Up next, we have the large box made of branches. This is very similar to the small box, except it's just bigger. In this case, it can hold double the weight for 80 units of weight. It requires 6 small sticks and 2 long sticks. Next, we have, unsurprisingly, the large protected box. This box is just a larger version of the protected box, and it has, once again, double the weight at 80 weight units. As with the protected box, it also allows food to last twice as long. To create this one, you're going to need 6 sticks, 2 long sticks, 6 wide leaves, and 2 liana rope. Because these boxes have a normal variant and an upgraded variant, as with all things, you can just upgrade directly from the normal variant and you will just pay the difference between the two costs. The last of our general storage boxes is the large wooden box. The large wooden box requires 4 wooden planks to create, but is by far the largest of the storage options. This one can carry up to 100 units of weight. But more importantly, when it comes to food preservation, it quadruples the length of time that food stays good. To show this, we'll take a look at each one of these boxes here. The basic, the improved, and then the wooden box. Because inside of each one, I have a starfish. These have been in here for a little bit, but as you see, this one has 3.8 days left. This one has 10.8 days left. And finally, the wooden box, this one has 24.7 days left. So for food preservation early on in the game, things like the protected box or the large protected box are kind of must-haves, especially on harder difficulties. And then later on, when you get to the mid/late game, the wooden box here, it's just great for everything. Up next, we'll take a look at some of our new storage options, and these are for specific types of storage overall. The first one is the weapon rack. Now, the weapon rack will require 2 builder toolkits to build, but then it allows you to have an area to just, store 13 of your tools and or weapons, and you just grab them from your inventory, drop them into the container, and they're going to appear there on the rack. Up next, we have the twig storage. And you might be thinking that this is a storage box for twigs. It is not. It is a storage box made from twigs. And in fact, 6 small sticks is what creates this little storage box. Honestly, I think it looks more like a storage area for chickens, But you can put whatever you want in here. You know, you can pile up a whole bunch of small sticks, or you can pile up some ironwood branches, or even put in some copper. Doesn't matter what you put in here. It's just a storage area made of twigs that you can store anything in. Next, we have the log storage. Now, the log storage requires 4 different split logs to create. It can then hold 6 common logs within it. This is the same variant of container that you have on some of the ships, except this one has been moved onto land. The last one of these storage areas that I want to show you is one that is user made. This is kind of what we used as players before all the different boxes were in. And I have to say, it's still my favorite when it comes to large bulk storage. And this is just a floor and 3 half walls. It allows you to dump whatever you want in there. It looks actually quite nice, and it's really easy to keep track of things. Now, each one of these pieces here is going to require one single builder kit. So this is 4 builder toolkits that are involved here. And if you use a full floor, it is just a builder kit. If you use a foundation, it is a builder's kit and a stone. Next, let's take a look at some water solutions for storage. First off, we have our primitive barrel. To create this, you're going to need 1 hollow log and 1 half log. Once you've made it, you now have a place to put water that you'll collect, and it will not evaporate. Unlike the different water collectors where water will evaporate over time, this will always stay put. Now, this initial one, the only downside of it is that it only carries 30 units of water, so it's not that much. That's why we now have this one. This is the improved barrel. It still requires that initial hollow log as well as that half log, but it also requires 1 copper ingot. Remember, 1 copper ingot is actually 2 pieces of copper, so in total this is 2 pieces of copper, a hollow log, and a half log. But it can contain 60 units of water, so it has double the capacity of the primitive barrel. And once again, the water inside of it will not evaporate. Lastly, let's take a look at some options for moving junk from one place to another, with the first being the cart. It is simply the cart, and the cart requires 2 split logs, 4 small sticks, and 2 liana vines. And it's simply a cart for carrying items. You can put whatever you want in here, and it has a capacity of 80 weight units, which puts it on par with the large boxes over here. The next of our 2 carts is the improved cart. And this is just a bigger variant. This one requires 4 wooden planks and 2 copper ingots. Remember, that's 4 copper pieces in total. The weight capacity on the improved cart is 160 weight units, so double the normal cart. Now, while these carts look very similar to these items over here, make sure you know that the wooden box here and that wooden box here are not the same, specifically when it comes to food preservation. While the wooden box over there will quadruple the amount of time a piece of food can stay in your inventory, these do not do that. If you look at these starfish that I have in here, this one is good for 5.9 days. If we look in here, well, this one is good for 5.9 days. They do not boost the amount of time that you can keep an item. In fact, it is just the same as if the item was only in your inventory. So if you are carrying around food thinking it's going to last longer in a cart, it does not. Up next, we have our log carts. The first log cart is 2 split logs, 4 small sticks, and 1 liana rope to create. And it's just for carrying logs. You Cut down the log, you pick it up, you put it on the cart, and you pull multiple logs back to camp. It's a great time saver. The log cart can hold up to 6 logs. The improved log cart is just the bigger brother of the log cart. Now, this one requires 2 wooden planks to make and 2 copper ingots. So again, 1 copper ingot is 2 copper pieces, so this is 2 wooden planks and 4 pieces of copper to create. That being said, it will carry an additional 3 logs for 9 logs total. Alright, that's going to be it for the storage options in Survival Fountain of Youth. You will see these on ships, but they are the exact same. So, if you have any questions about how to make some of these, or any other general questions for the game, please leave those down below in the comments. If you have ideas for future content you would like to see me produce for this game, leave that down below as well. If you haven't subscribed, please consider doing so, and if you have subscribed, make sure you hit the notification bell so you can see whenever I have new content or I go live. All right, everybody, get out there, explore, fill up your boxes of storage with all the crap that you can find, and have a wonderful day. Talk to you later. Goodbye.